The first piece, which is the most important, is that which comes within the souls of people when they realize their relationship, their oneness, with the universe and all its powers. And when they realize that at the center of the universe dwells Wakantanka, and that this center is really everywhere, it is within each of us. Black Elk Speaks. The spiritual traditions of Native American cultures, intricate and diverse, offer profound insights into the interconnectedness of life and the sacredness of the natural world. These insights are vividly captured in the book, Black Elk Speaks. John Gneisenau Neihardt, 1881 to 1973, the author of Black Elk Speaks, was an American writer deeply fascinated by Native American culture and spirituality. His writings reflect a lifelong dedication to exploring and understanding the depth of indigenous cultures. Neihardt's encounter with Black Elk, an Oglala Lakota holy man, on the Pine Ridge Reservation in South Dakota in 1930, marked a pivotal moment in his writing career. This meeting led to the creation of Black Elk Speaks, a work that not only chronicles the life of Black Elk, but also poignantly captures the broader experiences and spiritual perspectives of the Lakota Sioux. Central to the book is Black Elk's powerful vision, which he experienced as a young boy. This vision, revealing the profound interconnectedness of the universe and all living beings, shaped Black Elk's life and his later role as a spiritual leader. The themes woven throughout the narrative, the reverence for nature, the significance of visions and dreams in Lakota culture, and the deep sense of loss experienced by the Lakota, offer a window into the soul of Native American spirituality. Black Elk Speaks continues to have a widely felt cultural impact. In the fields of literature and anthropology, it stands as a critical work, providing an authentic perspective into the life and beliefs of the Lakota Sioux. Spiritually, the book resonates across cultures, its message of unity and harmony with nature, striking a chord with readers around the world. Additionally, it has played a role in reshaping perspectives on American history, particularly in relation to the treatment of Native Americans during the expansionist period of the United States. Black Elk Speaks emerges not only as a historical account, but as a beacon that illuminates the enduring wisdom and resilience embedded in Native American spirituality. If you enjoy this video on Black Elk and Native American spirituality, you may want to pursue the topic further. You can do this by checking out our online bookstore, Asangaham Books. There you find curated books lists on a variety of spiritual and philosophical topics. You can find the link to Asangaham Books in the description to this video. Thanks. Native American spiritual beliefs are as varied as the landscapes they originated from. The Northeast tribes, such as the Iroquois and Algonquin, developed spiritual beliefs deeply intertwined with forests, rivers, and the changing seasons. Their spirituality is marked by a strong belief in the spirits of animals and plants, a concept known as animism. Animism, a very important belief system among all Native American tribes, attributes a spiritual essence to all elements of the natural world. Rooted in the Latin word anima, meaning soul or life, animism is based on the idea that not only animals and plants, but all objects, places, and phenomena possess a spiritual essence or consciousness. This belief is a fundamental aspect of many indigenous and ancient cultures, not only Native American, but also many African and Asian spiritual traditions. In an animist perspective, the world is alive and dynamic, with each entity or element, whether a river, mountain, tree, or animal, being considered animate and spiritually significant. Animism often involves practices that honor, appease, or communicate with these spirit entities, which are believed to influence human life and the natural world. As a spiritual belief system, animism differs significantly from monotheistic or polytheistic religions that center on distinct gods or goddesses. Instead, it represents a more holistic understanding of the universe, where spiritual and physical realms are intertwined, and every aspect of the world, is imbued with spiritual significance. In contrast, Northeast tribes, the Plains tribes, including the Sioux and Comanche, had their spirituality shaped by the vast plains and immense buffalo herds. The sacredness of the buffalo and the Sundance ritual are central to their spiritual practices. The buffalo, revered as a vital source of sustenance and materials, symbolizes abundance, resilience, and the interconnectedness of life. This deep reverence is reflected in numerous rituals and cultural narratives, where the buffalo is not just a physical entity, but a sacred being embodying the earth's generosity. Similarly, the Sundance ritual is a profound spiritual ceremony, integral to community bonding and individual spiritual growth. It's performed to honor the sun, viewed as a source of life and energy, and to seek visions and guidance. This complex ceremony, often involving dancing, drumming, and periods of fasting, is not only a rite of renewal and purification. It is an intense personal spiritual journey for the dancers, who undergo physical and mental challenges, symbolizing a deeper quest for wisdom, healing, and connection with the divine. The arid landscapes of the Southwest, where tribes like the Navajo and Pueblo reside, also significantly shape their spiritual practices. In these regions, where rain is scarce and precious, rituals such as the Hopi rain dances are vital. These dances are more than mere cultural expressions. They are deeply felt spiritual practices, invoking rain for agriculture and symbolizing the tribe's symbiotic relationship with the land. Similarly, Navajo sand paintings are not only artistic expressions, but also sacred acts, used in healing rituals to restore balance and harmony in the universe. These practices underscore the importance of rain and agriculture in their spiritual and daily lives, expressing a respect and dependency on natural elements for survival. Complementing these practices are the unique creation myths and cosmologies of each tribe, which further illustrate the diversity of Native American spiritual thought. The Navajo, for instance, speak of a series of emergent worlds in their creation story, reflecting a deep connection to the land and a layered understanding of existence. In contrast, the Iroquois describe a sky world in their cosmology, a concept that underscores their belief in different realms of existence and the interconnectedness of all beings. These varied narratives offer rich symbolic insights into how different tribes perceive and relate to the universe, revealing a range of beliefs that are as diverse as they are profound. Despite the wide range of Native American spiritual beliefs, certain themes are shared across tribes. Foremost among these is the concept of interconnectedness of all life, a profound theme eloquently communicated in Black Elk Speaks. This idea is not merely philosophical, it is the bedrock of daily life and spiritual understanding for many tribes. It reveals a worldview where humans are not conquerors of nature, but a part of it, living in a reciprocal relationship with the environment. Additionally, there is a significant role played by ancestors and spiritual entities in the cultural and daily practices of all Native American tribes. Ancestors are not merely remembered, they are venerated and considered active participants in the ongoing affairs of the living. Many Native American cultures believe that ancestral spirits offer guidance, protection, and wisdom. This reverence is often expressed through rituals, storytelling, and ceremonial practices, where invoking the presence and blessings of ancestors is often sought. This deep-rooted belief underscores a continuity that transcends physical existence, emphasizing a spiritual lineage and the enduring bond between past, present, and future generations. Unlike the linear concept of time prevalent in Western culture, Native American tribes perceive time as cyclical and non-linear. This understanding is deeply rooted in the natural rhythms of the earth, such as the changing seasons, lunar cycles, and the life-death rebirth patterns observable in nature. Time is not seen as a finite resource to be managed, but as a living, breathing element of the cosmos, with each cycle carrying its own spiritual significance and lessons. Space is conceived by Native Americans as sacred and imbued with spiritual power. The land is not just a physical place, it's a living entity, rich with history, memory, and spiritual presence. Mountains, rivers, and other natural formations are often seen as the abodes of spirits, or as places where the spiritual world touches the earthly realm. This sacralization of space means that landscapes are often intertwined with tribal myths, ceremonies, and identity. Thus, tribes maintain a profound sense of stewardship over these spaces, rooted in a deep spiritual responsibility to honor, protect, and coexist with the earth. Time's cyclicality ensures that actions have enduring implications, reinforcing the importance of living in harmony with natural and spiritual laws. The sacredness of space demands respect and thoughtful interaction with the environment, encouraging practices that honor the earth and its resources. In Black Elk Speaks, this unique understanding of time and space is vividly communicated in the childhood vision of Black Elk. Black Elk's vision as a young boy, a central element of the book, exemplifies this perception of time as cyclical and non-linear. In his vision, he experiences a sense of timelessness, where past, present, and future merge. He sees his people's history and future unfold in a way that transcends linear progression. The vision reflects a deep understanding of the cycles of life, death, and rebirth, and the continuous flow of spiritual and earthly existence. The sacred nature of space is also a prominent theme in Black Elk's narrative. He describes specific geographical locations, such as the Black Hills, as holy places of great spiritual power and spiritual transmission. The book describes how these sacred spaces are integral to rituals and ceremonies, acting as conduits for connecting with the spiritual world. And it is Black Elk's recounting of the displacement of his people from their ancestral lands which makes manifest the immeasurable spiritual loss that coincides with the physical loss of sacred spaces. Within the pages of Black Elk Speaks, we begin to see very clearly that the desecration and loss of these sacred spaces represents not just a physical displacement, but a devastating spiritual rupture. The human experience is universally shaped by two fundamental aspects, sex and death. Under the topic of sex, we might also include sexuality and gender. These elements not only define the biological imperatives of species, but also embody both cultural and spiritual meanings. This is because sex and death represent two ends of the spectrum of human existence, creation and cessation. Attitudes and understandings of homosexuality and gender among Native American tribes present a striking contrast to the often binary and heteronormative perspectives prevalent in many Western societies. Like the majority of cultures throughout history, East and West, all Native American tribes recognized more than two genders. They provided distinct social and spiritual roles for what they called two-spirit people, or those gender-variant individuals. The term two-spirit was used for those individuals who embodied both masculine and feminine spirits, or just did not fit into a male-female dichotomy. Two-spirit people were seen as bridge builders, mediators, and healers, possessing unique insights and abilities due to their blending of masculine and feminine qualities. They were involved in most sacred ceremonies and often held positions of great respect within their communities. Likewise, the role of same-sex couples in the warrior cultures of Native American tribes offers an intriguing glimpse into their attitudes to gender and sexuality. In certain tribes, particularly among the warrior societies, same-sex relationships were acknowledged and held in high esteem. Among the Plains tribes, such as the Lakota and Cheyenne, there are oft-told stories of same-sex couples who performed acts of great courage in war. Same-sex couples within these warrior societies were believed to bring unique spiritual and emotional strength, embodying a balance of masculine and feminine qualities seen as beneficial in combat. Among Native American cultures, death is often perceived not as a final cessation, but as a significant transition to a different form of existence. death marks the beginning of a spiritual journey or transition into an afterlife. This perspective is not rooted in fear, but is seen as a natural progression of life's cycle, akin to changing seasons or the setting sun. Mourning practices are often designed not only to honor the deceased, but also to assist their soul in navigating this next phase of existence. These rituals may include songs, prayers, and symbolic offerings, believed to provide guidance and support to the departing spirit. Mourning rituals vary greatly among tribes. Some tribes observe periods of communal grieving, where stories of the deceased are shared, celebrating their life and contributions. Often this involves intricate burial rites, including the preparation of the body and the grave site, in ways that respect the spiritual journey of the soul. Sometimes, personal belongings are buried with the deceased. A common thread in Native American cultures is the deep reverence for ancestors. Ancestors are not merely remembered. They are venerated as guiding spirits whose presence and wisdom continue to influence the living. The Sioux, particularly, demonstrate a connection between life transitions and spiritual beliefs. Their sun dance, an important ritual marking the transition from childhood to adulthood, embodies elements of both death symbolism and the renewal of life. It's a vivid representation of the cyclical nature of existence, where death and rebirth are intertwined not just at the event of death, but throughout one's living. Overall, the Native American approach to death reflects an understanding of death and life as being inextricably linked in a great life and death circle of existence. Black Elk's visionary experience, as depicted in Black Elk Speaks and quoted at the beginning of this video, beautifully mirrors the essence of non-dualism found in Eastern philosophies, particularly in Advaita Vedanta. His vision of unity across all forms of existence resonates deeply with the concept of non-dualism, which posits a world where the boundaries between self and other, between humans and nature, and between the physical and the spiritual realms are seen as illusory. Black Elk's life-changing vision, which he experienced as a young boy, presents a distinctive understanding that transcends cultural and religious boundaries. His vision and the philosophical doctrines of the Hindu school of Advaita Vedanta both point toward a universal truth, the inherent oneness of existence. The realization in Advaita Vedanta that Atman, the individual soul, and Brahman, the universal consciousness, are fundamentally one reflects a similar sentiment to Black Elk's vision of a united universe, harmonious and interconnected. Therefore, Black Elk Speaks does more than recount the life of a Lakota holy man. It offers a narrative that is deeply steeped in spiritual wisdom, echoing universal truths found in diverse cultures and spiritual philosophies. This work not only enriches our understanding of Native American spirituality, but also bridges the gap between Western and Eastern philosophical thought. It stands as a testament to the singular spiritual heritage of the Native American people.